I am all for saving money, as long as the product itself is reasonable. Redragon did send me this keyboard for the purpose of this review. My opinions are my own, and I do intend to be very critical of this keyboard. The goal for me is to determine who this keyboard is for and who it is not for. I'll start by unboxing and setting up the Antonium K745 Pro. After that, I'll use it for my normal use case in Overwatch competitive. Finally, I'll share my honest criticisms and, of course, who I would recommend this to. Let's get that thing turned over and open this up and see what we get. Am I dumber than the box? What is happening here? Am I dumber than the box? That's not a good start. I may actually be dumber than the box. Nope, not dumber than the box. Just had to, ooh, wait a minute. That's actually kind of killer. What the heck? Open from here, in case we weren't sure. Let's not try and ruin the box here. Ooh. Everybody in the comments, ooh, whoa. Now what happened here? Oh, we got a key puller. Okay, got a key puller right here. Where's my camera? Right there. Got a key puller. Probably never going to use that myself. I'm not super picky when it comes to that kind of stuff. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these are just replacement switches for, you know, when they invariably go out, especially the WASD keys for those of you that are, you know, FPS gamers like myself. But here, no, hold on. We can't have it in the box. Hold on. You can tell I don't do ASMR all that much. I don't know how to do ASMR content, which is probably to all of our benefits, to be real. We've got the cable here, USB cable. I won't be using that. I understand it's got a wireless option. Whoa. Dude, this keyboard's massive. Dang, this has got some weight to it. Wow, hold on. Wait, it has a Windows and a Mac? Oh, that's crazy. Hold on a minute. Wait, whoa. You gotta see that. Control, Win, and Alt, right, are, if you are a Mac user, you know that there are other options, right? Because that's, why would it all be the same? It actually has a toggle right on the top, and I actually don't know if you'll be able to see that super well in this camera. This camera isn't like really great for that, so maybe we'll just use this one. You can see that right there on the end there. It's that one, I think, right there that I just pointed at. Yeah, Windows or Mac, you can toggle that. You got the wireless option. Oh, and we have the USB dongle. All right, I think that like my favorite thing so far about this is just that it is kind of weighty. Wow, words are hard. When it comes to the rest of what's in there, you've got this, are these stickers? Are they stickers? What am I looking at here? Oh, wow, they are stickers. So there are stickers. If you're a stickers kind of person, I'm not, but you know, if you like stickers, they got them. You have the thing that none of us ever look at, but it's there in case you want to look at it just the one time. But we're gonna get rid of all this now. I have to say the colors on this are really good. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't think you can hear that. Hold on. That's very nice. Okay, so off the rip, my first impressions of this are actually really good. And it's not even on yet. Is there an on switch? Maybe I should turn it on. Where's the, oh, it's off right now. So if we just turn this thing on. Ooh, whoa. Dude, the colors on that are insane. I don't think this camera, the one up here that you guys are looking top down, is gonna do it much justice. But this looks insane. This is so good. Now, it's not even, I mean, we have to set it up still. But my initial impressions of this are actually very good. For $65 US, those keys, this does not feel like a $65 keyboard. All right, now I'm just gonna plug it in. I haven't even done that yet. All right, I've plugged it in. Remember where the on switch is. Power that bad boy on. RGB lights are going. What I wanna know is, does it function? Yeah, it functions right off the rip with no problems whatsoever. Now, one of the things that I understand this comes with is the software. We're gonna go ahead and see if I can find that software easy enough. In fact, let me actually check the papers that we threw away. Hold on. All right, so in the thing that I teasingly said you should probably just throw away, none of this talks about the software, none of it talks about where to download it. You can download the user manual with a QR code. I will just say generally that's a pet peeve of mine, is when companies have a software they want you to use, but they don't have any kind of easy way to find that software. So that is something. I'm gonna go to their website here, see how easy it is. We're going to their software. We have the K745. See if I can just search that. Okay, this is ours right here. Drives and downloads. You got driver and software. Okay, so that relatively easy to find on their website. That's good. Let me install this. All right, so far it seems like it's gonna be a fairly straightforward thing. Okay, so it's connected. Right off the rip, I'm gonna be honest with you, this software is a little much. Maybe this is a good thing for someone who's super nerdy with keyboards. So I'll put that little asterisk out there. But for someone who's fairly brand new to this kind of stuff, this is incredibly over the top. I don't know that I like this. Okay, so if we go fixed on, okay, so I have that on there now. That is now working. You may not be able to tell in this camera, but that is definitely red in person. Obviously, red on purple looks a little obnoxious. but it does work. All of this, the fact that it initially lit up here, I just don't think it was needed. You have these effects you can use, got a macro panel. I mean, maybe some of these things are advantageous to some of you watching. Biggest thing so far, and this was the one thing I was worried about because the presentation of the packaging was fantastic. The unboxing was fantastic. The physical quality of the product was fantastic. And then we get to the software. Software is where I feel like a lot of companies that are budget friendly kind of save their money. And I just don't think that should be the case. If this software was a little bit more user friendly and less clunky, I mean, we've even got literal underscores instead of spaces in between two words. Like, it just doesn't present well. That's my biggest criticism, but it does function. It's just a little clunky. But now that we've got that rolling, I'm going to boot up Overwatch and we're going to get a game in and see how it works. Now, going into this, I'll admit my expectations are not crazy high or crazy low. My only expectation is that it functions by pushing two buttons at the same time, which so far I can push multiple buttons at the same time and it's working just fine. And that it's fairly responsive, and it is. It's very responsive. At least to what I'm used to, it's very responsive. So far already off rip, we're doing pretty well. All right, so just from that one round, I can honestly say the only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is nothing to do with Redragon. So I'm going to put that huge disclaimer out there. It's the fact that it's not a 60% keyboard. It's a very large keyboard. It's a full-size keyboard, which, you know, many of you probably would enjoy. I'm so used to having so much more real estate on my desk not taken up by a keyboard. I mean, I never used the 10 key. I barely used the function row. And it has both on this, which for most people would be wonderful. For me, nitpick, but not my thing. All right, so after one game of Overwatch, I can tell you that realistically, this keyboard is phenomenal. It does an incredible job for especially the price. I don't really notice a tremendous difference between it and the one that I normally run that is almost 3 times the price. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I would tell you who I think this is for and who this is not for. And I can honestly tell you, I can't think of a group of people this wouldn't be for. This specific keyboard, the K745, probably not for someone who, like me, prefers a 60% keyboard. But the brand itself, I believe that Redragon is probably one of the best brands that I have tested in this price point by far. If you had not told me this was $65 retail, I would have told you this was probably a minimum of $130 to $150 keyboard, just based on the feature set, the quality, and those kinds of things. Now, again, my biggest criticism by far is the software. I mean, if they can get their software figured out, I truly think that the whole lineup would probably benefit from it, and it would be a one-time investment of a really good software developer. And these days you can have there's a lot of good options out there. If you do decide you want to purchase anything from Redragon, I do have an affiliate link in the description you can go use, and it does give a little bit of a kickback to the channel, so I appreciate that. Let me know if you want to see more budget-friendly gamer peripheral reviews like these, and I'll catch you in the next one.